natural decree. Wind and rain to me, it's all the same. I make a living playing this game, and I thank the Lord above every time I can. I get to be a fisherman.
What's up, Chicago? And everyone else who's viewing this around the world. Welcome to the show, and I think we're going to have a good one for you. It's going to be a year in review, so I'm going to show you, a few of my favorite fish and just a variety of different pictures from this past season. I do my fishing seasons starting January 1st through December 31st. I'm really holding off the end of this December because I'm determined to really I'm going to do something pretty good in 2009, guys. It's going to be a good year. But this video is going to be fun, and I hope you enjoy it, guys. Well, I started fishing this spring primarily on the Chicago River. I believe I hit the Bussey warm water discharge a few times, once or twice, but primarily I stay on the Chicago River, as I normally do. Why not? It's a phenomenal body of water. But the Chicago River is pretty fun. We caught a lot of nice big bass, a lot of carp. Caught a few big carp, and it was an overall fun time. All the bass usually just, we were mostly getting them on plastics. I was throwing tubes mainly. That was basically the last 2 years. That's been the bait for me. I've been really lazy in that category, but I believe it's the number one, if not two, and within the top 5 for sure of the best baits and the go-to baits. But the Chicago River is very, very nice. It doesn't ever freeze. Alright, guys, Lake Michigan. Spent many days, evenings, mornings. I fished it a lot when the fish were bedding. I did most of my fishing before the actual fish started to bed. But now that I look back on it, next year I don't think I'm gonna fish the bedding bass. Well, not sight fish anyway. If I go into a deep hole and I can't see anything there and I'm gonna fish and there just happen to be bedding there, I'll catch them. But I'm not gonna specifically go and target beds, and I would encourage other anglers not to do so either. But on the good side, guys, caught a lot of big bass there. I caught some of my favorite smallmouth bass there. My biggest smallmouth bass, and it was a pretty fun time. I had fun fishing out there with JP, Michael Clifford, and Fonzie Piao, and it was a great time. Pond bass. This was actually pretty fun this year. There was a few ponds I fished that were brand new that hold some very good fish. Very good fish. The OCC, that's big fishery on WindyCityFishing.com, and there's phenomenal bass there. We fish Gompers Park Lagoon, Chicago Park District. It's actually, dead in the city. Later on down the road, we found out, me feeling very stupid, because basically right down the road from me were northern pike, when going most of my life I never even caught a northern pike. So I felt a little stupid, going there my first few times, but it was fun. Pike are definitely in top of my favorites now, after just fishing for them for a few times. I realized how, the conditions on this certain day where the wind was blowing the shoreline, the fish were moved up shallow. I realized that right away. I threw on the topwater. I threw it along the bank. Oh my God, guys, he just came up, slammed it. That's great fishing right there. Northern pike fishing on topwater. Any fishing on topwater is fun, but northern pike is wow. Making the paper. Guys, I was astonished, I was wowed. Guys, this was awesome. I had a whole article about me in the Sun-Times. I show you the picture here on the video, but I have my own. So I always look at it when I wake up in the morning. and it was written by Dale Bowman of the Chicago Sun-Times in the outdoor column, and it was in the Sunday paper on March 2nd. It was man, it really, let's just say it put a smile on my face. I mean, I didn't get cocky about it or anything like that, you know, I wasn't going around showing everybody, but everybody at work seen it, and I mean, they're like, oh yeah, you're in the paper, and then there was a few times people would come up to me like, oh, you know, I seen you in the Chicago Sun-Times, which is actually pretty cool. I mean, sometimes, you know, every now and then when I'm out there and people are like, oh, you know, Perch Guy, when I used to use that name, and for a while I was like, because every time I went out, someone knew me, and I always thought, man, you know, I got to show them something. But you know, it's not like that anymore. I've grown up, and this was just an honor and a privilege, and I really appreciate Dale Bowman, and I can guarantee you I will make the paper a few more times for even more astonishing things. So I can't wait, and man, it was a great honor altogether.